Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello, and my name is Tal Schnell. I'm your customer service coach, speaker, and mentor. Today, I'm going to talk about trust, how leaders build trust with their customers and clients. It's a great topic for me to share with you, and I hope it can add value to your business or organization, and also making sure that your personal leadership sets the right example. Cheryl, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, guys. Always delighted to connect with all of you guys here. I know it's a Sunday, but I know several people will watch this a little bit later, and feel free to share this video with people that you think it could add value to people. Always about connecting and sharing with other people who can benefit from today's topic. It's about trust and how to gain trust with your customers and clients, because they're the foundation of all great relationships is about trust. And I want you to think about trust as the roots of the tree. The foundation of any good relationships is about trust. So I really appreciate it. I see more and more people logging in this morning. So it's a great topic for you that can add value. I want you to think about a relationship, whether it's a customer relationship or client relationships, even your own personal relationship, where there's high level of trust. And I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to write down what makes this relationship on that high level of trust. There's really a foundation, a strong foundation of trust. Relationships are going well. You guys are communicating in an open manner. What really sets this relationships of trust than any other relationship? And I want you to think about this customer relationships that you have with that, and think about the characteristics of that, because it's really important for us to reflect on what we do well, because there are many relationships out there that can be a high level of trust. I've learned about trust for many years by serving customers and defining out what do they want in their relationships, what do they want to achieve, how can we help them with their experience. We're providing an experience, but more than experience, it's important to build loyalty, and loyalty is built on trust. If you take any customer relationships, with any brand, it's all about credibility, reputation, trust, and loyalty is built on the quality of that high level of trust that you are connecting with your customers over the long haul. I know for example, hotel brands and hospitality brands, what sets them apart is the level of trust that they have with the people in their organizations. You know, if you think about it, new organizations always trying to establish new relationships, and once they establish those relationships, just like we do with our guests and customers, we have to build credibility. We have to build competence and personal character that would serve our clients, and they can trust our product and services, what we offer to them. They have to know that they can trust, because there's a quality there, that is quality of relationships and also quality of our customer service. So I see more people logging in. Please let me know where you're coming in from today, and hopefully having a great weekend. So I'll share with you several ideas on how leaders can build trust with their customers and clients, and you can also use that in your own personal experience on how to do that with relationships. The first thing is modeling with character and competence. And what is character? And we're thinking about your own personal integrity, your own behavior, your own actions will speak louder than words. So many brands and organizations have many promises, or they may come out with a marketing campaign, but it's really important to model that in our own daily actions, in connecting with those customers each and every day, that we're really living the values and the promises of our brand, which is really critical for us on a daily basis. So let's see, let me read some comments here. Was having a challenge worth the live, Tal? We'll keep you trying to watch again. Okay, Cheryl, thank you so much for doing that. But what we're talking about, character and competence. So your character is your personal integrity, your behavior, your actions that you are demonstrating when you are connecting and building those relationships with your customer. It's important to have that personal integrity. What I'm saying here is that you're syncing words with actions. So it's really important for us to model that in our interactions, in the customer journey. There are several interactions that you have with your customers, and what's important is that we continue to build trust in every single interaction in that customer journey. The competence, which is also another critical element of building trust, is that we got to have the skills, we got to have the credibility, we got to have performance. It is the foundation of the quality of what we offer as a company. If we can build the trust with personal integrity and our character, but if there's no product to back it up with a quality and credible service, then we're not really doing what we set out to do. So it's important to not only have that with your relationships, but also making sure that whatever product you're offering to your clients and service, that you're really over delivering on those and you executing each and every time, so they know that you have a credible reputation with your brand. The next thing is about creating transparency and being honest in your communication. One of the worst things that I think customers gets turned off by is there's no transparency, or there is a lack of transparency. There's no honest communication between you and the client. I think clients and customers prefer that you tell them exactly what's going on and be honest with them and be transparent in your communication. That builds vulnerability and trust through vulnerability, because you're willing to be transparent, you're willing to admit mistakes, and you're willing to say, this is what we could have done differently, this is what we could have done better in this particular interaction with that customer. The next one is connecting to listen. Most of the time, what people are looking for when they're wanting to build their relationships of trust, or you have high level of trust with whether it's individual, organization, or customers, is that there's ability to connect on listening, and you're taking the time to really listening and understanding their needs and anticipating them each and every time. So connecting to listen is very, very important to build trust. And I want you to think again, the relationships that you're in, the most successful relationships that you have with your customers and clients, you tend to listen more, you tend to understand them a little bit better, because you're there to serve their interest at every opportunity. The next one is respecting their perspective or point of view about different challenges. And this is what we're here for. We're not here to push our expertise on anyone, or that we want to always solve for something. We want to really taking the time to understand their perspective, because their perspective is what matters. And so we may work on different things in the customer journey, but it's really, really important to get the feedback, listen to the feedback. You don't have to agree or disagree, but what you have to do is listen for their perspective and learn from their perspective and feedback, because that's how you're going to improve their relationship. The next thing is holding yourself accountable for the results. I think what successful people do is that they don't look at accountability as a negative thing. They look at accountability as an opportunity to do things better, and also holding yourself accountable what you could have done differently to make this relationship better. When you hold yourself accountable for the results through those interactions, then you have a lot to gain, because you are open to learning new things, and you're open to making the customer experience a much better experience for them as you hold yourself accountable for the results. The next one is keeping your commitments and promises at every opportunity. I think what I'm saying here is that the customers know our brand promise, they know what we stand for, and they know the core values, right? But what they really want to know is that, are you holding on to those commitments, those promises? Are you whatever you're advertising, does that really happen out there with the customer experience? If it does, then you know some great things are happening. The words and actions gotta match if you have a high relationship, a relationship of trust. The words and the actions are mirroring each other, and that's where you can really, really elevate those relationships. And it's not easy. It's something that takes a lot of time and effort, but consistency. And I want to just kind of recap for some of you guys who joined in on the Facebook Live. But it's about having competence and character, which means you have the personal integrity, you have the right skills, the performance, the results to deliver exceptional service. You creating transparency, you connecting to them by listening to them and respecting their point of view and feedback, and you hold yourself accountable, and you're keeping your commitments and promises throughout their relationships. Those are things that are not easy. Those things take time. Remember, the big word here is when it comes to reliable relationships. I want you to think about the credibility of your brand. Would someone recommend your brand because of their relationships? Would someone recommend you as an individual to create relationships or get into a relationship with you? When I go and network with people, it's not about a company. It's about them. It's about their credibility. It's whether I want to get into a relationship because they're representing a business. So if they're representing a business, I got to know whether I can trust this individual. And that may be a company of 5, 10 people. It really doesn't matter, even if you're a solopreneur. I want to know that I can trust you, because if I'm going to build relationships for the long haul, I want to know that what you say and what you do mirror each other. And that's really the trust is right there, because I can trust you. And I also want to know what your clients and customers are sharing about you. And in today's social economy, if you think about it, everything is visible to all of us. So we're learning through customer reviews online. We're learning through social media about a brand out there. So nothing is hidden. Everything is transparent for us as customers, even for the first time, if we have to learn more about your product and company. So I wanted to share these elements of trust and how leaders can do that with customers and clients, because it is a very important topic for us to share. Once you do that, then you create loyalty, customer loyalty, which is a very good outcome if you're establishing those relationships of trust. So thank you so much for watching today. I know it's a Sunday and it's leisure time, but let me know what you think. My name is Tal Schnall. I'm your customer service coach, speaker, and feel free to connect with me if you'd like to elevate your business to the next level of customer excellence today. So have yourself a great Sunday. We'll see you on the next video.